Yo, what is up folks, MTG here with a pretty sweet 4-color humans list. We had a few new additions to the Pioneer Explorer formats recently. In fact, the regional championship, the DreamHack in the US is currently ongoing, or we have some decks to talk about coming out of that. I thought now would be a good time to look at humans, because we just got Mantis Rider, and recently the addition of Cavern of Souls, which kind of gives us 3 multicolor lands for creature types. And that enables us to do a bunch of things. We're still base white, so like, hey, all the lands in the deck do tap for, well, white mana-ish. Let's get into it. There's some interesting stuff going on here. One of the main things I want to point out is that we don't have Collected Company. We have other ways to get card advantage, and then it also means we don't have to worry about getting to 4 mana or even 5 mana entirely to cast it. We're only playing 19 lands as well. Now, starting at the bottom, we've got Hopeful Initiate, 4 copies here. So training gives you some nice Back to Chairman hate. 4 copies of Recruitment Officer. Let's see if you've got mana spare, float around and look for some cards, and a couple of copies of Tradesman Inspector, kind of like the next best human. Just rounding out, so we've got 10 1-drops. Our 2s, we have some interesting stuff here. So we've got our 4 Copper Coat Vanguard, plus 1 Persona Ward to all your humans. We've got our 4 Thalia's of Tenants, 3 copies of Thalia. Okay, would play the 4th one on the board. We're going to be playing to best of 1 ranked once I run through the deck. But I would play the 4th one on the board if we had one, but don't want to play 4 in the main. Then we have 2 Drina Dauntless General. Drina enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. Okay, pretty nice already. But then sacrifice Drina, humans you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So hey, is some like graveyard hate that also protects your board, which is awesome. Then our card advantage piece at 2, we've got 2 copies of Kellen Daring Traveler. Ignore the Journey on ability here. What we're playing it for here: 1 white for 2/3 human fairy scout. When Kellen Daring Traveler attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card with mana value 3 or less, which is all of our creatures, put it into your hand, otherwise you can put it into your graveyard. So it lets you like dump lands into your graveyard to get you close to your creatures once you've hit your kind of like first 3-4 lands. And also, like, hey, if you hit creatures, you get to add to your hands. That's some awesome card advantage there. The other kind of card advantage engine we have is Inti. Inti makes your creatures bigger as well. So 1 and a red for a 2/2. Again, legendary creature, human knight. One of the reasons we're not playing 3 Thalia is that we have a bunch of different like legendary pairs in the deck. You have to be a little bit careful not to just get stuck with a bunch of cards in your hand. Inti's actually, while it is a legendary creature itself, is a way around that problem. So whenever you attack, you can discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample turn to turn. Okay, nice. That's some nice reach there as well with trample. But whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card into your next end step. And so, while yes, you're discarding cards, you can discard copies of like extra cards or cards that are dead later in the game. Maybe you have lands that you're kind of like flooded out with, and you can then like you exile your library and you can play that turn to turn. Again, nice card advantage. Powers up your board, and then also that trample can come in really handy, especially with something like Adeline, which we'll get to as like a huge beat stick later on. 4 copies of Vanguard, 3 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, 4 Lieutenant, 2 Jarina, 2 Inti, 2 Kellen. Jarina's in the card as well, the graveyard ability, and then also the extra indestructible ability. Super good in a bunch of places. So it's another card you want to have maybe more copies of in the sideboard. We've got 4 copies of Mantis Rider, our new friend from Khans of Tarkir. Red, white, blue. Human Monk, 3/3 flying Vigilant Haste. Again, more reach for the deck. Having a hasty flying threat is really powerful. Being able to power these up with things like Inti, with the +1/+1 counter, really strong. We then have a number of other things. 3 copies of Adeline is like the biggest like clock we have in the deck in terms of putting just pure power onto the board. Power equals the number of creatures you control. Whenever you attack, for each opponent, create a 1/1 creature human token, which is tapped to attacking. It's just a ton of power onto the board in itself, and it also like goes wide too, so there's kind of everything. And that human that gets put into play also powers up your Thalia's of Tenants and things later on. 1 copy of General Kidre, 1 white black for a 3/3. Gives your other humans +1/+1, so another like buff effect for your board. When it or another human enters the battlefield, don't exile target card from opponent's graveyard. So we actually have like quite a lot of graveyard hate just kind of in our main deck anyway, which is quite nice, especially when we're playing best of 1, which will be in a minute. But also this other ability: sacrifice 2 humans, paying 2 mana, destroy target creature powerful or greater. Hey, if your opponent makes a big thing, something like a shield that you need to break through, you can maybe sacrifice some of your cheaper creatures or even the tokens from something like Adeline to like kill that, which is pretty awesome. Rather than playing Brutal Cathar, we're actually choosing to play Reflector Mage here. There's something like Brutal Cathar where your opponent can just like kill it and then carry on playing the game. So like if they play a Sheldred, you're like, oh cool, I'll Brutal Cathar that, and they just have a removal spell for it. They're in trouble. Reflector Mage just delays it, like guaranteed, and it means that any additional copies that they haven't had in their hand. A bunch of other like examples. Mayhem Devil's a great example of this, where you want to be able to just make them pick it up, but then also they can't use it again for another turn. It gives you 2 like Mayhem Devil free turns, kind of finish the game out, rather than like them start sniping your board off, which is pretty awesome. So Reflector Mage is the choice we're going for here. And then lastly, holding everything together, 2 copies of Extraction Specialist. Again, we're not playing Company or anything like that, and so having ways to kind of build back up versus decks that want to wipe our board is pretty nice. You have card advantage with Kellen and Inti, but Extraction Specialist bringing back like Lieutenant, Thalia, the Clockwork Vanguard, being able to recur Jarina is also really, really powerful, but really, really good. 3-2 with lifelink, return target creature card with melee to or last from your graveyard to the battlefield when it enters, and then that creature can't attack while you're Character Specialist. It also gives you some good game against aggro. Just having a lifelink, sort of like a way to gain life in the main deck is pretty nice. 41 creatures, and then 19 lands, 4 unclaimed territory, 4 secluded courtyard, 4 Cavern of Souls, with then a spattering of white fast lands, 2 Inspiring Advantage, 2 concealed courtyard, 2 Seagoing Coast, and then a single plains. One is one thing to find if we get Field of Ruin. Let's hop into some ranked games. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Alright, first match with the 4-color heroes. Humans deck. Looks like a decent opener. I'm only 2 lands. Thoughtseize probably takes Thalia here. It disrupts our curve the most. But maybe they're more afraid of something like Mantis Rider. There's the Thalia gone. Just lead on Recruitment Officer. The most damage onto the board. Not as safe in Just Swamp. Swamp is a castle, like, kind of implies mono black. But hey. Drawing the second 1-drop is actually nice here, as long as we get the land. I don't mind that. You go blank. Adelin's the most powerful card, I think that makes sense. Hit the land too, which is... Alright, let's not get wrecked. Yeah, the mono black control decks, like the Cabal Stronghold deck doesn't really work that well without Khan, unfortunately. But Waste Not stuff has been very popular. I think Jim Davis played it at the regional, which is currently ongoing. Ooh, don't love that. It's not the worst. Life. Sack this combat. Play the 4th land, but I don't want to play like a 5th one out really. Until I have removal wise. Edict. We'll get rid of the Adeline. Yeah. That was a timely go blank really. Ran through a lot of resources. But okay. I think some decent top decks. I should actually play this plains out as well if they're Waste Not. Which could still be the case. Oh gosh. I don't think we have a good answer. So, Acklazot's Deepest Betrayal. 4 for Flying Lifelink. When it attacks, each one discards a card. And then if I don't have any cards this card, they draw. When the opponent discards a land card, make a... They go. Do this something like that. Recruitment Officers may be one of the better draws in the deck, to be honest. I guess I do activate this. I don't give them more cards. Leave the Mantis Rider. I don't love it. Yeah, it seems like a Baneslayer Angel as well. At least they're not drawing an extra card here. Yeah, because it's not a land, then they're not getting it back. We don't have tons of great answers to this thing, but you saw some good draws. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, there's a couple of like Sunk of Ruin that's been quite common. Really good with Castle, really good with Field of Ruin. We are drawing too many lands. Is a bat better or worse than a card? If I play the land, I get a card, the bats block. Not that we're like putting up much of a clock at the moment anyway. Feels wrong, I'd almost rather give them a... Actually, no, I think we can beat it back. We need them to really like stumble on draws. The Citadel lets them add 2 mana when activating Castle. It only costs this and another land rather than like 3 lands. Please. Get it back. Getting rough. Definitely want to trade with a bet. I've got like 2 more turns. Didn't attack, which is why I guess I'm going to 2 more turns. I'll play NT out. If you've not got a card to discard, then attack it with it. But okay. Maybe sets us up alright for later. We'll see. It does give us another counter to let us like activate this, but I'm interested in blowing up the Meteor Massacre. So they just get to draw so many cards with these. Because they're gaining so much life, it just all is very free. Is this an attack trigger? Oh, it is an attack trigger, not a damage trigger. And yeah, like 3. I think the list Jim Davis was playing was like 3 copies of Diary Sabbatarian. Importantly, this actually says to the next end step. I can play this turn. However, we are also just there. Alright, well. Do the next one. Alright, starting things out with a loss into a mulligan. Can't keep this. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. Opponent taking their time. Yeah, if we get a land instead of one of these duplicate cards, then cannot. We'll keep this, just put the Refractor Mages back. Daddy Solids. All the Storm Giant. I think blue white or blue red. I say like control, but it could be easily Phoenix. Officer into Copgate Vanguard into Extract Specialist, bring back the Vanguard is like what the card's likely to look like, but we'll see. There's an ops, this looks like Phoenix. I had to guess. Does now have Treasure Cruise, that's become a lot more potent. See, you'll see. Do you have a video up with the new Phoenix deck? If you're... It's still missing like Temporal Trespass, but that's really only like a 1 or 2 of. And you know, it's the way decks have been trending. They're playing 1 or 0 recently. Like, but Cruise is like a massive, massive boost. Bless that. I'm gonna carry on as I was. I imagine we'll Vanguard. They'll like impulse this, and we'll get in for 2. But I can hope we can. The Bring Extraction Specialist back on turn 3 plan was... Oh, okay, never mind. Wait too soon. Alright, well, let's see then. I... It could also be some kind of creativity variant. Like Transmogrify deck. But I would expect Phoenix, given all 3 cantrips. That's the other thing. Between the Sleight of Hand and the 2 mana Fairy, his deck's got like way better recently. Do some doing. This is the first card opportunity to lead away. There is a Phoenix. I feel pretty good just Reflector Maging this and not holding to Reflector Mage Phoenix. I think that makes sense. Here we go. Just Mage the Shredder away. Don't really want to deal with it. And it stops them getting more looks at cards next turn. Very close to having a lethal clock in play. And if they're like, oh, I can bring Phoenixes back, but then they need to start blocking with them, then we're doing pretty well. Yeah, this locks this out for a turn. It's like, do they have another Phoenix in hand to like somehow pitch away? They have resources to bring Phoenix back a couple of times. You have a handful of cards. That is certain. I've also seen, with Cruise brand, more Drakes floating around. I might revisit that archetype too, which was actually, I think, the first video I posted on this channel. The paper is a Drake's video. Not up any, but okay. Okay, Axe Vanguard. Oh, but discarding Ops is okay. They were like, if they had the Phoenix discard to Axe and then two more things, then we're like, all of a sudden, in a bit more dangerous situation. Hazard for the officer. Okay. After this, oh, they cruising. Is that going to be the last spell? That makes sense. 3 or 7 cards plus the Phoenix. They want to lose. Don't want to leave anything. Question. Did exile 7, so leaving blue mana open. I don't love that because you're going to drop maybe draw into another one and like. If you had a red mana open to play like a kill spell, I think that it's valuable. Okay. Human. I'm gonna specialist bring back the Vanguard. So the hope for the shit, and then hope to just Starlight of Tenant for. This is a particularly key because they also gives the extraction specialist the ward. Like you can kill a thing that's not attacking you. Did they do this post combat? They definitely went Lightning Axe, Hazards, Treasure Tree. Okay, yeah. Ledger Shredder is back and unlocked now. I knew that going into it. Fiery Impulse on the creature that doesn't cost an extra mana. There. It unlocks the other stuff as well, so you think. Ooh, there you are playing swap is I see, man, this is the best one. That makes sense. Um, 7. The shooting is something I think it makes shoots to kill a specialist, but sorry, shoots makes sense to kill a specialist, but either just kill a specialist. I leave it alive if the option grows. Finding X to initiate. Oh, discarding fair picklock price. They're going red zone with Arclight Phoenix. Makes me feel even worse about it. They're at 5, which forces them to block. Wait. Yeah. Alright, cool. Next match. Alright, match number 3. Time for a couple more, I think. See how long this one goes. Let's start on the courtyard. And recruitment officer. It's a weird one where, like, hey, yes, this is better later, but it's obviously just more power straight away. It's the most important thing. Stormcloud Coast looks like I would guess Phoenix again. So much for seeing different matchups, but we'll it's actually value then. If this is the play to begin with, then fine. especially if this is the kind of gamble, well, the angle we're going at. Okay. We're on both Raven Inspectors. That's okay. Finally attacking through the Ledger Shredder here is really nice. Obviously do not want to, they have no interest in making some kind of trade. Then yeah, second spell post combat. Don't let them have the counter first. We do like need to hit, but they're also at 10. They're like severely limited in casting spells and targeting our creatures. I had to spend 2 mana to kill this Coppercoat Vanguard, then maybe for something else. You're spending at least 2 mana to kill the second. So about that. You know, I can't remember. I should be able to remember this. I can't remember if you can play the or if you can pay the barley attacks with Delve. I'm sure you can't for like Ward. It's totally different. Oh, this is also just like crueler. I'm just gonna nuke that graveyard. There's not any Phoenixes in, but it cuts off recruits and stuff. You can also just sack this to protect. I want to be playing into downing around. There are 3. I'm gonna give them a loot. But that should kind of shore things up. Just to deal with both the Thalia and the Coppercoat Vanguard. I've been playing a bit of Timeless, and I really wish 8th of Eye was legal in that format. Maybe we get it at some point, but that'll do this. Alright, next match. Alright, that was super fast. We'll play 2 more, I think. Really solid start. Like, double Coppercoats. Great, we've got a 1-drop. But like, we've got 2 Trading Sets in the deck. They're there just to round out the 1-drop slot. No Esper Sentinels in this format. Ooh, Cavern of Souls Merfolk. Battle of the creature types. I hadn't been there. Also got the tree. Let's see. I should hopefully have a Merfolk video coming fairly soon. I'm not sure what variant I'm gonna run with though. Some merit between mono and blue. I'm not gonna block. I don't think they have some kind of flash Merfolk trick, but here's the Coppercoat Vanguard. You would like a 3rd land. That would be nice. Yep. Tricks it out, tap this down. Get this and doesn't get back. The problem here, there's actually just no way I can block. There's the flash Merfolk Lord, where I just get horribly blown out and then lose the game. They horribly blown out. Like, they might not have it, but absolutely representing it. Still holding up 2 mana at the moment. Well, second Vanguard is good. We do not have a clock. Drawing a land here would have been really great. If they don't have the Lord, the best thing we can do is like double Hopeful Initiate. But I think I'm gonna attack with this. What happens? Attack with the Recruitment Officer. Not an attack. Okay, they got Trickster. Given this is still going to be live, and he's down. They still, at the moment, they'll still threaten to trade. And if they follow this up with the Lord, then yeah, we're in a bit more trouble. We can still double block. And then, like, once we get the Coppercoat Vanguard, we can really turn the corner if they can't make a good attack here. I haven't seen an actual green source yet, so I'd be worried about Collected Company out of the Murfret deck normally. They're playing green. They could not be on it at all, but... And there are a lot of good Murfret to play. But, would imagine so. So, a lot of the best Merfolk are 2 mana creatures. At which point you're not getting like a massive mana discount, it's just more card advantage. And there are kind of other ways to make up for that. Okay. Gosh. Still makes the most sense to me to play Vanguard. I am a little worried. Put it that way. This gives us a little bit of protection though as well. We're at 14. Ooh, Trick Binder. Oh, you can't pay for that. Wait. Oh no, yeah, it counts the ability, and then it's the creature. You actually can't target the creature. Oh, well, yeah. You can't like turn off creature ability off without. I think that's fine though. It's not actually changing. Like they still have to make pretty bad blocks. And this way they're not interacting with. We've traded boards a bit. Get my good creatures. Or my best creature. None of these are really worth bringing back. I don't love trading these off of these. Not any really good way around it. They have 2 cards. Again, no company. Trading these for the... Get the token here. Get them bring back with... What, 2-drop, 2-drop? Is the actual thing to do this? We keep a Vanguard around. Offering like trade for 1. Still getting attack to generate a guy, because this guy's going to trade with one of these very... So this is going to stay alive. Pushing through. Unsure if we're. I don't like trading both of these off. Now we have one we can bring back with a specialist as well. Is if we draw a land, obviously I want to dump the 2/2 drops. If we don't, then I want to play this. Okay. Mistbinder. I just keep it up. Yeah, they're a little too far behind if they've got anything else in hand. Like, I guess they don't have a good answer to Adeline on board, like, at all. Alright, one more match. Alright, last match with the Human deck. 2 lands, 2 cream officers, 2 effects mages. Okay. No 2 drops, no 3rd land, but we can draw into those. Otherwise, it seems fine. This always makes me think Angels. It's a little worrying, because like we need to clock them, but the double reflector mage is pretty good there. Well, the double reflector mage should be pretty good against any deck that starts with Ogre Infernal Line, to be honest. But we'll see. Yeah, Bishop of Wings. They're gonna get 1 trigger in. Or I don't love this. So we're going this into. We need to draw the land as well, anyway. In that case, I should be more concerned about getting the recruitment officers down. Because if we don't draw the land, we need to lean heavily on this Stars Lieutenant. We can push the damage through. But we will see. All depends on what their turn 3 play is. Our plan. Okay, this is a very unfortunately time layer of the Hydra, I imagine. See what they have to play here to gain some life. Okay. Oh, they think they have like a get lost. They could have get lost. Okay, they don't have Alright, would rather Thales Lieutenant now than play this, because this can get removed without... If they do have a removal spell, and that's the 2 mana thing they're like holding up. Because any Angel later played, right? I think this has to be a removal spell. Playing this and just having it removed would be pretty brutal. Also, it means that these recruitment officers get blocked and die. Stuff. This way around, like, we'll still get to play the Vanguard next turn. Okay. Do they have... Okay, they have an untapped land. Have they got a collected company? You have to play Spin the Wheel, Are We Dead? There it is. Excuse me. There it is. What are we hitting? Oh gosh. On a life. Yeah. Valkyrie, Righteous Archangel, the 2 things you want to miss. Is it Archangel Archangel? The one that makes another angel. Okay. They're on 24. I want to spin one of these things. What does the thing want to be? The Bishop of Wings is a problem by itself anyway. The, yeah, because this eats anything. I have to spin this back. We're sacrificing a creature here, but let's just do more than. Okay, no. They're deciding that they don't want to eat something. They're going to eat something basically and give away more damage. Depends how confident they are. Yeah, they're going to double block the Thales this time, I think. Doesn't mean they're going to 15, but kind of depends what they can get to come up with it. They're still not sure. Yeah, okay, they're going to spread out. Take less damage. Leave us some more creatures. Which is probably bad news, Baz. We'll see how that actually works. Yeah, second company. That Valkyrie gives them enough to get the buff, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, so we can strand 2 Valkyries in their hands? Like, this is the play, quote unquote. And they can't play either of these. Do they have another company? They might do. Now they can trade some stuff off. The problem. We really want to draw another land here to go double Vanguard. They're not trading off, but they can't play either of these. They're locked out. Which is why we've got Reflector Mage over something else. It's a good example of why not Brutal Killer. I can't have it all. Alright. Oh, they have double Resplendent Angel. Oh, what does my life become? Sure. We'll take 2. So these are both going to make angels, which then give them even more life. And more life, and more life. It did hit the land. However, we are not all 7s and 8s. I'm going to make this attack, because I have to. And if they manage to somehow mess up blocking in a way that we're not screwed, then that's fine. But they get to just eat things with these. This game is very over. Dun, 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 dun. You just block all the way down the curve. I don't know what I'm wasting your time. I'm sorry. Alright, let's pick our cards up and go home. I'll see you in the post-match. Alright, here are the post-match kind of wrap-up. Normally do. Nothing quite like a matchup versus Angels to bring you back to Earth, but overall, really happy with how the deck's played out. I'll pull these over here. We didn't get to see a ton of like Kellen, and we did see one like pretty interesting inti game where like you get to see like the travel here interaction. You get some card advantage. Like sometimes obviously you don't hit, sometimes you do. How it goes. Could maybe consider playing more over these cards, but we also didn't really play any against any like actually the mono black deck. Yeah, like not that many matchups where like these are like super relevant. The one drops, like, do you feel a little anemic? It's nothing like if you play with Champion of the Parish, there's nothing else quite like it. But hey, yeah, they're still good enough, and the twos kind of make up for it. Like you're going like these into Cold Vanguard, kind of make up for pretty much anything. I'm really happy with most of the numbers here. Like I said, I consider trying out more of the card advantage cards just to see how that went. There are a lot of threes, and I'm definitely going to mess around with some Coco builds as well. There's some neat green humans that you could kind of play in as well. The problem with Collector Company is that it kind of corrupts your mana base a bit, and that you need enough land to be able to reliably cast it. But you can't play like in like Modern or whatever. You have like Horizon Canopy, so like you just flood it out super hard. You'd be able to just like sack that, draw cards. And also you need to basically play green-white lands as well. So they also can. It makes your mana base a little bit more clunky. You can't just play like a bunch of green off-color lands that don't cast most of your spells. Like, but then not having just like 8 green-white lands is also a real problem. Trying to cast like Mantis Rider, for example, having the right sources for all these other cards. But there's definitely like a good Coco build as well. Actually, with Abzan, we've also got like Anafen's of the Foremost. That's like a pretty sweet card. But there are some options. If you played Best of 1 today, I do think the deck is like fairly good in Best of 3 too. It's about more copies of like Drina, the extra Thalia, that kind of stuff. More extraction specialists for like control matchups. Maybe some like a couple of planeswalkers in the board is kind of interesting. There's things like Lavinia as well, which you can see play. Bunch of like pretty interesting options. But I think the deck is really, really solid and a good one to climb with too. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please do share it around, like kind of the pieces. If you have Khans, we are still waiting on Fate and Dragons. We should get like an anthology or like a remastered set sometime in like February, March, I imagine. Like I'm trying to remember what the timeline looks like with standard sets. But that's still like Pioneer on platform by end of next year. So there's a few little holes and things, but like we're really, really close now. And so hey, gonna have a bunch more stuff with cards coming at you too. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Peace out.